Hey guys, it's Rock a Dev. Rock. Yeah, sure, we'll go with Rock. Welcome back. A couple weeks ago, I posted a poll on what you guys wanted to see next. Another full PC game like Crypt of Cards, or a mobile game, and you all voted for mobile games, so that's what I'm here doing today. I want to make and publish this game in one day. I start by coming up with an idea, and you'll see what that is soon, but first I'm creating the sprites in Sprite. I think my pixel art skills have really improved to the point where I actually look forward to making my own assets, whereas previously I was a bit worried about it. So here you can see the spaceship, which will be the player, and I also created an asteroid. Here's the explanation I was talking about earlier. You control the spaceship movements using a joystick, and there will be a randomly generated asteroid. Your job is to avoid them as they fly past, and you'll even be able to shoot them, but it will require 3 hits to destroy them. I've even added some lines to show the direction and labelled it in case it wasn't clear enough. They go zoom zoom zoom. Remind me not to include that clip. Okay, so we've done some code here, and what this has done is implemented the joystick, and it controls the movement of the spaceship. However, there aren't any boundaries, so it can just go right off the screen. A bit of code later, and it now calculates the screen size and keeps the player on the screen. So that's touch controls done, and next up is the game controller, which will spawn asteroids, allow the player to shoot, and increase the score, which will also increase the difficulty, as the higher the score, the faster the asteroids will be spawned and the faster they move. Now we spawn asteroids from the right side and they move to the left. It calculates a random point on the y-axis for them to spawn. And now I think we've earned a coffee break. I'm getting a coffee and some lunch after a workout, and then I'll get back on with the game. I'm happy with the progress so far, and I feel I can finish this today, but we'll see. I still have a lot to do, including the shooting, ending the game, a menu, and then we'll make the game look good with some screen shake and particle effects. So with even more code in the game controller, the player now shoots automatically, and the rate is faster than the asteroid production, as they can each take 3 bullets before they're destroyed. We've also destroyed off-screen game objects for optimization, as this game will come out onto Android. Oh, I'd also just like to say I've actually upgraded from the legacy text to Text Mesh Pro. The game controller is nearly done, we just need a score. That's what we did next. You get 5 points for each asteroid spawned while you're still alive, and 50 points each time you hit one. So the game has all its fundamental mechanics and we just need to make it look better, starting with the UI. We've also created a save file script and a high score object. So the player's high score is saved. This is the game so far. At the end of the round it shows the player's high score, last score and the play button for them to play again. The UI and saves are now done, so it's time for audio, screen shake and particle effects. I had a sound for the shooting, but at the start the player shoots 3 times a second and it only gets faster, so I had to remove it because, like me, it was very irritating. So we've reduced it to just a sound when destroying asteroids and on the player death, which is when we've also used particle effects. I've added an animator on the main camera for screen shake on the player's death too. This game just needs some final tweaks and refactoring and it'll be ready to build. I'm really happy that I managed to create this in one day and now it's just trying to get it built and published too, but I should be able to do that because it's only 6 PM. I didn't know what to call the game, as when I created it I just named it Space Game, but I want a space pun so I went with spacing out. It's something I do a lot. Work's about to get busy again because I've just received 2 more programming jobs, which both start in a couple of weeks when I meet my clients. In my previous jobs I've used Python, HTML, CSS and JavaScript, which I have more experience in than C#, which is what I use to make my games, so let me know if you guys want to see anything different to the games. I can do tutorials on languages or create different types of projects, maybe a web compiler for my website or a programming learning resource with minigames. All coffee themed of course, so let me know what you want to see in the future in the comments. When I've made a few more mobile games, I'm going to start looking at C++ and Unreal Engine again, and start 3D games in either engine, because that was my very first project. So the game has now been built and is in review for the Google Play Store. I'll update you guys when it's been approved so you can download it and test it out. If you'd be interested, I'll also post what games I'm playing. As I mentioned a while back, I recently got a Switch, and I've completed a few games like Limbo and Coffee Talk. When I saw a coffee game, I knew I just had to get it. And it's inspired me to create a visual novel too, which will also be coming in the future. I've started looking at a Python plugin called RenPy, which can be used to make visual novels, and I've started on a script. You can still find my website at rockefellerdev.co.uk, and I now have a coffee page. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It only seemed fitting, but there you can leave a one-off donation to keep this channel going. And we still have Patreon for the memberships. I'm going to start posting more frequently and return to uploading weekly. I'll change the membership benefits so you get more like early access to my games and access to the source code for people on the Americano tier. But yeah, that's about everything for the last couple of weeks. Thank you to everyone for watching and the support. I hope you enjoyed, leave a like if you did, and consider subscribing if you find yourself coming back often. Thanks again, and peace.